Hello, Patreon friends, and welcome to Last Call of Cthulhu. We just finished all sorts of. I was telling Tiana before we started, I'm like, so there's going to be a weird combination of like narrative drop and like a backstory drop and creepy stuff happening. And
yeah, that checked off all of those boxes. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel good because last episode they went through an entire chapter. This episode, they didn't even get to the chapter. Like all the train stuff, I just was making up. I told Ray, I came up with the train, like people saying "Don't kill Kalsong." I came up with that today, and I was talking with Rachel, and I'm like, I don't know what else I'm going to do, but that's going to happen. I like that idea, but.
It's always fascinating to hear where the seeds of your ideas come from, and then like see how it plays out.
I rarely know how it's going to play out.
You never know how it's going to play out with us.
That is true. That is true. But I love that you brought the squirrels in. That was awesome.
Yep. Squirrels are out of the bag.
I will say that I'm absolutely delighted with the beginning of the party tension that's happening here. Yes. And it was from a corner that I didn't expect. I did not expect us to have it between, at the moment, Gwendolyn and Eugene. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I have been watching Tenzin, and I am trying to figure out what Eugene thinks of him. Mm-hmm. And I do watch, and there is that like, okay, I'm warming up, okay, completely lost me, and there's this seesaw where I go back and forth. But it's just like I have not made up my mind on him yet, and then just the like, we're going to the charnel grounds. Like, wait, am I the only one who's not?
I think this is a very different and, frankly, to me, less interesting game if Tenzin is just like, I'm the DM if Tenzin is Ted.
Right.
I just don't, I think that, like, although then I'd want to kill him more. But, like, I think that's just, it's fundamentally less interesting if Tenzin is like, we're going to save the world, and we're going to do it together. Let's all go, friends. That's just...
If I had written this, and this is in my head, like, I would straight up have it so that you decide whose side he's on at the end.
Why do you think I'm keeping track of points?
What does that have to do with... So wait, would that be if we're assholes, he's bad, and if we're good, he's good?
You imprint on him, It's
God.
No. He's burning down hotels.
Doesn't know how well we do this.
No, he's going to be reading lots of books.
Yeah.
He's going to be reading lots and lots of books.
No, that is not. But I mean, I'm doing something similar to that, where, I agree. I think that having, if you're gonna run something with a DM NPC, you can't have that DM NPC can't be infallible.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That it can't be the blazing, Voltron's blazing sword.
Yeah, I think that the interesting thing for me as a relatively canny player, I've been doing this for a little while, is that the balance between what does Gwendolyn think about this and knowing that if we flat out said, no, we're not doing this, the story's over.
Is it?
Is
it?
Well,
you can still, for one, like if we, stuff will be happening, we could probably go off and things would still go on and we catch glimpses of them and be like, maybe we should check up on this, but there's also...
Let's go take the Orient Express.
I don't trust him, and I'm watching him, and I'm going along. Like, you can go along with it without necessarily, like, Eugene is really not going to be participating in the charnel grounds.
Yeah, he's not full in.
Really, it's just like...
Well, but someone is going to have to. So someone's going to have to buy in enough in order to use the mirror, because Tenzin is Yoda and won't just do it for us.
I think this is one of the major
Or if he
hurdles.
does, he'll just be really disappointed.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
That's almost worse.
It's going to be hard because, it's like charnel grounds, and they say something about we could see bodies and things, and I'm kind of like, oh, no, but then the rest of, the other part of my character, I would like to make a flute. This would be great. It's like, so it's like that kind of tension.
Magic rituals, I'm interested.
It's tension. Well, that's the ritual, right? The ritualistic part.
Yeah, as I was trying to think of like how I wanted to do Tenzin, the Yoda thing just totally made sense, because everything he does is like try to get Luke to be, that is why you fail, because the doubt and the like, you're super powerful, do it for me, is not how anybody learns or how anything happens.
Yeah. And Gwendolyn made a kind of a throwaway comment that was very true that reminds her a lot of her father. Who knows? It might come out of somewhere at some point.
Nice.
It's a weird thing to say to a 23-year-old.
He's 1,023.
True.
So
7,000 in dog years.
He's been sleeping a lot of it off, apparently. He's not as...
yeah, but wakes up for, a day every 7 years?
Yeah, he's not... So, Tenzin is not immortal. He's been, in suspended animation.
Yeah. He's not... He's... So the whole argument of, he's super old.
He does not have the wisdom of 1,000 years, necessarily.
He is a little bit of a punk. He is a little bit. That's... okay.
Yeah. I mean, every 7 years for 1,000 years, so he'd be like maybe 4 years of cumulative experience.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind that experience is like, I'm going to eat a peach today.
Yep.
I'm going to draw some pictures.
I just had a vision.
Yes.
Wonder what this thing with wheels, with the circles on the bottom is, I did enjoy that, how it specifically said in the module that when he asks about the trains, if the players are treat him like a child, treat him like he gets annoyed, and if you're there's a demon inside that creates fire, that he's like.
I thought the dinosaur thing was in there. No, he does not believe in dinosaurs.
No, I totally made that up, and then I was because I was I don't think dinosaurs are ever mentioned in any sort of and so
and he wouldn't have been around when
Right.
they were.
What,
So
05? On the
Something
check,
like-
you
Yeah,
rolled something obscene.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's like,
you made Tenzin's day, man. He's something he'd never seen before.
Well, and that's coming back to the train thing. That's kind of how we've been playing these characters. Is that they're all. I mean, there's certainly a belief in mysticism and rituals and stuff, but we're very grounded in the 1920s. We know about the mechanical stuff, but all of us have been involved in the world. So I don't think it never occurred to me anyway.
That's Tenzin.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the cover.
Yeah, on the cover.
It never occurred to me anyway to not answer his questions or to speak around them. It would be how do we explain this?
Yeah.
But
Right.
No, I think that I'm really enjoying the way that whole thing is clicking out, and I like the idea that does he know you don't, because you never told him you didn't have the bowls.
it's true.
yeah, and I think we're still...
So
I mean, we didn't bring up that we lost them, so...
right. Well, no, actually, she did.
She said that they were after the bowls.
Yeah.
I said they were after them.
Yeah.
But I didn't say we lost
No,
them.
yeah.
But and again, to as he said, hey, we're all not telling each other things, and that's fine, because perfect information is boring.
Yeah, but why would we tell him anyway that we lost and got him and lost and not?
Well, if we'd lost them, I think he's assuming that if we had actually full on lost them, we would have told him.
Yeah.
Because he's observed us enough to know that about us at least.
When we were having one discussion, I was very tempted to grab the staff and throw it out the window. I was just like,
That would have
God,
been interesting.
Would he go that? No, that's too far. But
Yeah.
That would be an interesting thing to happen.
I'm loving your mystical squirrels.
I hope they stay cute and cuddly. No,
Have they
razor
ever
sharp.
been cute and cuddly?
What? They're sweethearts.
They're metal. They're hard and angular. They're
Well, I mean, I assume they change when they. It's the same thing with the clay. They look all
They
made,
do
but
look,
then
yeah. They change somewhat, but they still have a very weird metallic aspect to them. They're clearly
I
not.
figured high cheekbones or something.
I'm very concerned about the fact that you thought you were going to have to bring them to life, and now every time you open the bag, they're just waiting,
Yeah.
watching,
That's because she
listening.
took care of them. She
Is it?
gave them life.
Is it, or is it because of how badly you fucked up that role?
Nah, it's-
It could be that. Nah.
Also, not in the nothing. None of that.
Of course not.
no.
But I think it's fantastic, and now we have somebody who knows about them, which knows something about them.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that there's something weird in his bag at this point. We're just agreeing not to ask.
Yeah. Don't want to know.
That's the theme of this game. We're just not gonna ask about certain things.
We don't talk about Bruno.
There we go. We don't talk about squirrels.
Squirrels!
He beat me to it.
But next time we will see what it takes to do rituals in a charnel ground, and how the police feel about that.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
I didn't think they had to be done at the charnel ground. I thought
Maybe they don't.
just collect things and then okay, let's
Let's go back to our hotel
do
room.
our midnight grave robbing and go anywhere else. And we have to stay here and do it.
That mouth movement.
That was perfect.
And you know what's awesome? So most of this module has been really breezy and kind of all this. This ritual is like part 1, do this. Here are the rolls. Part 2, do this. Here are the rolls.
Wow.
So who's participating in this?
I have a pretty high POW, although if the dice betray me again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even about.
Does
here
can anybody
is-
play a flute?
I was gonna say that I've been given the mouths.
That would be an
My
awesome
head
one.
goes back because in the painting it was the children playing the instruments, so I'm like,
It would be awesome if that was the way the children were unveiled to everybody.
I mean, seriously, who's gonna play?
A bone flute?
A bone flute.
Well, no, I was just gonna say it's just you're putting some. You've already had mouth corpse, so I know.
Is it too late to add that?
You understand.
I
We'll
understand.
title the after show.
What has to be done to convince someone? Like, yeah, here. Play a song with this.
Yeah.
Can you put this in your mouth? It's like,
I mean, once it's an instrument, then it's.
Well, is it like a recorder? Or is it like a flute?
If it's like this, you have to
It's
blow
more.
across.
I think it's more like a horn. I don't know. Let me see if
It's like the scene from Army of Darkness where the skeletons are
the
playing the
skeletons are
bone
playing.
flute.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Yes.
seen any of the.
Oh man.
Army of Darkness
no.
is good. The other ones are, good if you're into
They're
horror
good.
movies.
Yeah. Or a boot camp.
I like horror books, but I'm very particular about movies. But we're not going to devolve into movie talk
Nope.
again.
That's right.
No,
No,
Because,
more of that.
that's how I
Yeah, he
get
said he's-
raked across the coals.
Right. And they did say it was a horn.
yeah,
Yes.
I heard it was a horn. And
So I'm trying to figure out how you can make a horn, I guess, because you have to have the arm blow through it or something.
Well, it would be like a shofar.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's basically.
We all know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know
That's
what a
basically.
shofar.
You don't know what a shofar is? You're a real bad
Guy
Jew.
who drives.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say that's
Yes, my love of bacon should have told you.
it's a horn that's made out of a ram's
Ram's
horn.
horn.
but that makes sense. It's made a horn.
But
made out of a horn.
that's literally a kind of bone.
Yeah, but people don't have those.
Yeah, because I was thinking a femur is a
Most
long,
people.
thin kind of thing. So it's
Almost
more like
like flames.
it's more like one of those.
I found the goat boy. We're saved.
More like.
That's the title of this episode.
That's it. I'm
found
done. I'm done.
On that note,
Yes.
Patreon friends, thank you for everything you do for Quests and Chaos. It is we can't thank you enough. But we can say goodnight, Patreon friends.